so it might be a weekend you'll never forget in an hour. But first on BBC One and the BBC HD channel, here is Jonathan.
Welcome to Friday Night with Jonathan Ross. And the World Cup kicked off about 8 hours ago. And I have some great news, ladies and gentlemen. England haven't been knocked out yet. We haven't actually played a game or anything, but we are still in and we can still win it. I've sent my best wishes to the England team, of course. As it turns out, apparently, saying break a leg to Rio Ferdinand wasn't such a great idea. We play America tomorrow. Come on, we must beat America. Sure. I mean, we invented football. Actually, come to think of it, we invented America, so we should definitely do it. And if you need any more motivation, and I'm saying this to the team, just remember, America is the country that gave us not only the international banking crisis, but also Miley Cyrus. So come on, England. I've got some flags and my car and everything. Talking of playing America, may I introduce some men who are very happy at the thought of 11 Yanks on Saturday night. Oh. Here it is, my house band. 4 puffs and a piano, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, rude boy, boy, can you get it up? Come on, rude boy, boy, is she big enough? Take it, baby, baby, take it, love me, 'cause I want what you want. Give it to me, baby, like boom, boom. No. Was that a bit of Rihanna? Yeah. It was a bit of wee-wee. It's not so easy for me to say. So, let's have a look and see who is in my green room this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Shall we do just that? Why don't we? I always say yes, thankfully. My first guest is an edgy Glaswegian comedian, one of the country's best stand-ups, the fabulous Mr. Frankie Boyle. It's Frankie Boyle. The Dark Lord of comedy. Now, I could make some hackneyed joke here about how the Scots are the unhealthiest race in Europe, but I know that's not true because I happen to know for a fact that absolutely no one in Scotland has caught World Cup fever. So you see... that's Mr. Frankie Boyle, ladies and gentlemen. I'm thrilled he's on the show. I'm a big fan of his, and I hope you are too. And if you're not already, I'm sure you will be by the end of the hour. Now, my next guest is a gorgeous and supremely talented American actress. You'll know her from films like 27 Dresses and, of course, from the TV series Grey's Anatomy, she is Katherine Heigl. Wow, look at Katherine. How beautiful. Katherine also starred in the huge hit Knocked Up. Did you see that film, Knocked Up? It's a lovely, funny film. Not to be confused with the movie Frankie's hoping to put together about England's World Cup campaign, Knocked Out. My next guest is chatting. He will also be performing for us live here this evening. He is an actor, a producer, and frankly, he is anything else he wants to be. He is Diddy! To the D-I-D-D-Y. That's a cool-looking gentleman. Good evening, Diddy.
What's up, kid?
Yeah, what's up? Nothing but the ceiling.
It's a good one.
My kids taught me that.
Yeah.
It's rumoured, you can confirm or deny this if you wish, it's rumoured that Diddy spends, in the region of, get ready for this, $50,000 a month on clothes. While you're over here, you should visit a little place called Primark. because I don't think even Primark spends $50,000 a month on clothes, never mind the customers. That's Diddy, ladies and gentlemen. He's here. He will be chatting and he will be performing later on with his band Diddy Dirty Money. Great to have you here. There they are. Looking fabulous. Now, when prison warders searched a new inmate at an American jail, they found he was smuggling some items into prison. You know, people go into jail and they try and sneak stuff in, of course, because it's kind of like as good as cash in there. And he was smuggling it, of course, in an intimate area of his body. He had it hidden up somewhere. I don't know how to put this play. It was in the back of the van, if you know what I'm saying. It was up Traitor's Gate. In B-Wing. He had it in B-Wing, all right? If you follow me. And this is what he had. Oh, blimey. This is what he had. This is what he managed to hide in there. I'll show you this. All of this in the one place, OK? This is quite incredible. You'll be... OK, this is what they found. They found a cigarette lighter, OK? Some cigarette papers as well. He had a golf ball size bag of tobacco. He had a bottle of tattoo ink. There's more. He had... Genuinely, they found... This is the risky one. He had 8 tattoo needles. This is my favourite. A pipe. This is not the actual one that was up in the... Maybe it was. There's more. Who said cuddly toy? No, here we go. He had a bag of weed, OK? All up the Wormwood Scrubs. All up there. And he would have got away with it and smuggled it all successfully, but while he was going past them, yeah, his mobile company phone offered him an upgrade. Shall we get my first guest out? We should. She is one of the biggest female stars in Hollywood, and with very good reason. Here she is in the brilliantly funny Knocked Up.
I like you too.
Sweet.
A little so far. I mean, we have 7 months before the baby comes. We don't have to rush it.
Yeah.
We should really just try to get to know each other and give this a real shot. You know, we got ourselves into this situation. We kind of have to.
For the baby, right?
Exactly. Okay, if this was our second date, what would you do?
BJ. If I'm just being honest, I would probably... I told my roommates I thought I was going to get a BJ, so...
You know what? For the sake of getting to know one another, can you not talk like that?
Yeah, I can do that.
Oh, the fabulous Katherine Heigl, ladies and gentlemen. Killing me softly with this song, killing me softly with this song, telling my whole life with this word, killing me softly with this song. The aftershave rocked. Come and sit down, you look fantastic.
Yeah, thank you. I tried.
Wow, what a great outfit. Katherine Heigl. I'm loving the whole surprised hair look going on
I
there.
like it too. It's
It looks
very,
like you
I
sat on
decided I
an
wanna-
electric shock machine or something. Zap.
I wanted to be hip because I think everybody in London's so hip. So.
Well, I suppose we might see it that way. Whereabouts in the United States are you from?
I'm from Connecticut.
Connecticut, and that's
Very hip.
That's not hip, is it?
No.
That's quite staid.
Yes.
Heigl.
Heigl.
It's an unusual sounding name. Is it? Where's it from? What's the?
German.
It's a German name.
I'm pretty sure.
Do people mispronounce it when they meet you, or is it, they always
Usually
get it?
Heigl, yeah.
Heigl.
Yeah.
Heigl. We're among friends. It doesn't really matter.
I get it.
You know, we've had a few big American stars on this show of the female persuasion who have some sort of Germanic roots, all of whom are not just gorgeous but funny as well. We had Tina Fey on and Sandra Bullock, both of whom are German. I mean, Sandra speaks a bit of the German as well.
Oh, that's right. She's exceptionally cool.
Do you hang
I don't
out
want to be
together?
in that like grouping.
Well, you are in that group.
That's a lot of pressure. Let's just.
Do you hang out with the other the German movie ladies?
We have a club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sauerkraut and sausage.
Yeah, every Friday night. It's usually my house.
But
They usually don't come.
That's a great way to win people over, as if people wouldn't come to your house when they're invited.
Well, I don't think Sandra and Tina are coming, but it would be cool if they did. I'm publicly inviting them. Anytime, anytime.
And would I get the invite as well, seeing as I put you all together?
Yes.
Because if a lesbian party's kicking off, I want to be there.
Here,
Jawohl, mein Damen!
Auf Wiedersehen!
Send more sausage! Because we get hungry.
Right, sure, it's all about food.
It's all about the food. Katherine.
Yes, sir.
Huge body of work, great films, big TV career. Obviously, initially, though, what excites me is when I realise that you've made some movies early in the day which are of the horror and science fiction variety.
I thought you meant earlier today. And I was like,
No, I don't think...
I'm busy, but...
Yeah. You might not know this, but Katherine was in one of the Chucky series of movies. You know, the one with the killer-possessed doll?
Yep.
Which I
That
love.
was me.
Yeah, you were in The Bride of Chucky, I believe.
Yeah, that was a good one, because there weren't one but two dolls.
Two dolls.
Two demonic dolls. It's always better than one.
You know, I don't know exactly how they made the movie, but I'm assuming they're not actually possessed dolls. Would it be a little person in a suit? Would it be a puppet? Would it be a robot? What goes on with how do they make the Chucky work?
Chucky, it's actually really pretty cool, and I'm sure it's more advanced now because this was 10 years ago. But they have, you know, we'd be on a stage like this, and there would be 8 guys, you know, sort of laying on the ground with joysticks, making his like pupils move and his eyes blink, and sometimes they made him feel me up, which I think was really inappropriate.
Wow.
Because I was only 19.
But how high can the Chucky doll reach for
Well,
feeling up?
I had to hold him for a
see.
couple of scenes, and I'd be waiting for them to call action, and I'd feel this tiny little hand.
Wow.
Oh, those guys, they're hilarious.
But you know what's great is, even though he's doing it via puppet, I bet the guy doing it was get a little bit turned on. He's like,
Oh, God, I hope not. That's really creepy.
zip, 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 zip.
He was just like...
Were you ever tempted to throw the doll off and get rid of it?
you know, it took me a second to like, what the hell is going on? And then I was just like, guys! And they thought it was so funny.
So the new movie you're doing now is it's a rom-com. It's called Killers.
Right, I know that's confusing if we're talking about a romantic comedy, but it does have some action in it, and there are some people that are trying to kill us, so hence the name Killers. And the idea is my character, who's down on her luck and love, ends up going on a sort of romantic vacation to France with her parents because her boyfriend dumps her, meets Ashton's character first day, they fall in love.
This, of course, is Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah.
That's
Where's
the
the
response
topless
he
photo?
always gets.
There it is!
Yeah. No one wants to see that. Cover up, boy. Who wants to see that weird thing going on with your stomach? What is that anyway? He's got some sort of is dysentery or something? What's he got? That's not what a man has down there.
Yeah.
Where's the roundness? Where's the softness, Katherine? Did you find yourself asking that when you were filming with him?
Yeah, like you're all hard edges.
What is that about?
So weird. Where's
Is
the
it
push?
nice? Is it nice a man being all hard edges?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not complaining. Yes, Ashton is really attractive, and so my job was really fun.
Well, I saw the movie with that, and there were mainly women in this screening with me, and I was enjoying the film, but every time he came on screen wearing that kind of outfit, they did make that kind of noise, which, frankly, was very irritating.
Well, I'm like one of those girls in the audience doing the same thing, and I got really blushy, and the first like couple of days of filming together, we were in France and doing this sort of meeting each other, falling in love stuff. And I was actually like starting to get a little blushy and, you know, like fluttering my eyelashes a lot. And any time that he would sort of like lean in and listen to me, it was in the scene, we were acting, but I was like...
You fall in love with him a little bit.
It was really awkward. And my husband was like, what's going on?
Well, I'm relentlessly straight, and he was on the show, and when he leant towards me, I fell in love with him.
Right.
He's just got the eyes and the hair and the hard edges.
And the hard edges.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at a clip. This is Killers. It's out the 16th of June. It's great fun. Look at this.
This would be a great time for a trust circle.
Trust circle?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, let's gather everybody. Dad, pull up a chair. Mother, join us. Okay.
I don't do trust circles.
I know, Mother, but I think that this is necessary. Humor me. Okay, there will be no more lying. No more stealing cars or hiding weapons in the furniture, and no more killing. I don't want to see you swat a fly, okay?
It's a great job, baby.
Whew.
Hello in there. Hello, Jen. I know you're in there. Hi, Jen.
Sweetie, I don't think she was a killer.
Oh, I know.
The beautiful wonderful and talented Katherine Heigl. Well, that's Killers, over the 16th of June. It's great fun. And is that deliberately for the guys that they put the action and the punching and the fighting in, so that a guy goes along with his date with the wife or girlfriend and he
that's
likes
the idea. They'll enjoy themselves too, because I think we're all sort of dragging our significant others to the romantic comedies, and you know, my husband really does appreciate if they actually are fun for him too.
And also if there's some breasts normally as well, if that kind of thing goes on.
Yeah, you know what's irritating actually? Let me just get this off my chest. Ashton, yes, is a very good-looking guy, has a great body, but I have my shirt off too in this movie. No one mentions that.
You're not completely nips out. I mean, you're not completely naked.
No, but still, I'm in a pretty bra. They're shoved up there.
Unless we see different skin colour, it ain't happening. You know what I'm saying about it?
All right, next time. Wouldn't that be awkward for no reason? I just wander through them topless.
Here's the thing, though, Katherine. How excited? Can you believe? Sorry, I missed that. But I'm going to play it back. Katherine.
Yes.
You're falling in love with me a bit now. I
kind of am.
I'm like Ashton Kutcher to you. I'm like a kind of doughier Ashton Kutcher. How excited was I, and many men will be, just to see on screen with you there the legendary figure of Magnum P.I. himself, the mustachio master, Mr. Tom Selleck. We've been starved of Selleck. It's been like a Selleck drought.
I know.
It's like been a Selleck
Where
recession.
has he been?
And now he's back and still sporting the tashiest of tashes. That moustache, it's incredible. It's like a forest or something. I think it creates oxygen. What a remarkable thing. I bet there he is as Magnum. Look at that. Who else could pull that off?
Wowzers.
Okay.
I have not seen that photo.
Oh, did you remember Magnum as a kid? Did you ever see it, or did it not enter your consciousness?
I had never seen it. And what I was like, you know, when I first met Tom, I was kind of remembering him and remembering my little crush on him from Friends when he played Courtney Cox's boyfriend.
Course,
Remember that?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And I met him and was like, oh my God, this is awkward. He's playing my dad. And he actually has, his vibe is a little bit like my own father's, so I felt really comfortable around him, and he's just the coolest, nicest guy.
And also you have Katherine Heigl in it, who I love as well, who plays your mum.
She's so amazing. And I have to be careful because I keep saying she's so sick, and I guess you guys don't really like use that the same way we do in America.
Us younger people do, but the older folk don't.
No, it just means awesome or great.
I know.
Oh, all right.
I'm fat with that. Booyah.
Oh, yeah, we use that a lot, too.
OK, so movies is where you are now, really. You don't, you're not even on the Grey's Anatomy at all anymore. You've kind of moved, because you did quite a lot of TV. You did Roswell before that.
Yeah, I've done, I've probably done just as much TV as I have film. And
how long were you in Grey's Anatomy for?
6 years.
Was it sad leaving it? The last few days must have been pretty tough for you, I guess.
Yeah, you know what sucks is that I sort of, I went on family leave, and kind of, I thought I was going to be coming back for at least the end of this season, but I had talked to them and we had agreed that, you know, I wouldn't come back for the 7th season because I kind of wanted to
move on,
sort of work more part-time, and I ended up not coming back at all, so I never got to say
So what, they did,
goodbye.
They didn't write any more stuff for you?
No, it was just easier in a way, I think, creatively to go, you know what, you've already kind of left to go on your family leave, and the character left, and my husband on the show tells me to leave and never come back, so I did.
Who would say that to you? No one would say that to you, Katherine.
I'm pretty sure people have.
What do you like? what do you like in real life? And I know this is a step towards real life, but what kind of a person are you on a day-to-day basis? Because no one looks at themselves perhaps the way others
Honestly.
do, but you seem a pretty open and honest person.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the very worst thing about yourself that you would care to share with the public?
Well, let's see. The list goes on, but I think.
What's your worst bodily habit at home that your husband hates to see you do on a?
I pick my face a lot.
You pick your face, and do you eat some of it sometimes?
Oh my God!
That's a yes. You've been rumbled there. I bet you pick bits of your earlobe off and eat it. And stuff.
No, I pop zits.
You pop zits?
Yeah, I'm not like literally just peeling off my face. That would be like death becomes her. That'd be weird.
And so, how long have you been married for now?
Oh my God.
You see, the magic's working. She's already forgotten all about the man back home.
2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Yeah.
And that's a lovely. I would have thought a lovely period in the relationship. Right there, 2.5 years.
It's actually.
Just getting relaxed.
Why do I act so surprised? Yes, it is really nice actually. But the first, I'd say, 3 to 6 months were pretty rough. I think those first years of marriage are hard because you're trying to get used to the fact that this person's always going to be around.
Did you not live with each other before getting married?
No,
then?
we didn't.
Well, that's unusual these days.
Yeah.
That's really pretty unusual.
Well, I think I would. Well, I don't know how I feel about it now, but at the time I was sort of clinging to my independence a little bit, and just I'm a little OCD, and I like things the way I like them, and so I
being
like.
alone is a nice thing.
Yeah, you know, I like to keep things the way I keep them. So it was me just sort of clinging to those last months of that when we were dating, and then we got married, and I about threw myself off a cliff.
But it must have been lovely in a way because
not
really...
that I mean I love him, he's great, but you know he does leave crap everywhere.
That's part of the fun.
I know.
Hey, but you know it's really interesting. I thought this was really interesting. I read the film Knocked Up, which I loved. I thought it was very, very funny. But I came out thinking it's a shame that all the women in that film seem a little bit kind of one note. You know, to an extent, they all get a kind of bit whingy at the end, and you love the freedom. And then I read an interview where you said more or less the same thing.
Oh shit. Oh God. Yes. Well, first off, I just want to say that we just watched that clip, and I don't sound anything like myself. Is that weird? I don't. My voice was different, right? I think I was trying to be really nice in that movie.
Really?
Like I have these moments where I think when I'm trying to be nice, I talk like in this voice, and so I'm a little creeped out by myself. And you know, I kind of I had given that interview, and I said that thing. And I was thinking about it recently because when you say what are you like, and I really hope I'm not the a-hole I come off as. I really hope I'm not, and I don't think I am because people do like me. You know, I mean, my family likes me. I have good friends, and I swear I'm not that big an a-hole. But sometimes I come off like one, and I don't mean to. And I think what I was sort of trying to say there is that. Not that movie was super sexist or it set women back or something. It didn't. It's just that's what comedy is. It takes the stereotypes and exaggerates them.
Yeah.
And
so the men are all slobby and all a bit useless, and the women are sometimes a bit uptight and a bit controlling.
Right. It's the uptight. I play uptight all the time. Like that's comedy
because
to me.
You're uptight.
Because I get it. Because I am uptight. So. I guess I can't really, it's hypocritical of me to say, oh, well, that was sexist when, you know, I mean, well, oh, God, please, Katie, shut up.
Have you been offered roles in which you're not uptight? Because you're quite uptight in this new film as well.
I know. No, I'm thinking about it. Nope. Nope, I have not. That's
so you
weird.
are then,
Does that say something?
You should, well, we need to find a way of making you relax.
I know, look at me, I'm like, I'm doing it. Yeah.
That's the worst relaxed acting I've seen in my life. You look more like I've slipped through a Rohypnol or something. It's like,
I know, me relaxed as this.
Okay. Katherine, I'm really thrilled to have met you, and I'm really thrilled that I met you and that you were lovely.
Oh, thanks.
Most people are nice when we meet them out here, but you know, sometimes you get a feeling someone's really lovely, and you're very relaxed, and you're charming, and you're funny, and the hair's mad, but great in a way.
You love it.
Yeah. Hasn't it been nice to spend some time in the company of the lovely and talented Katherine Heigl? Thank you, Katherine. That was fabulous.
Much fun.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Give my love to your mum. Great shoes. There's some great shoes here. Recipe of the week is from friend of the show, Heston Blumenthal. Okay, we had Heston Blumenthal on the show. He's a genius chef, and he sometimes gives recipes to the BBC website. And this current one he's put on there is carrots glazed in cumin. Okay, cumin is a kind of spice, a herby thing, and that looks pretty nice, doesn't it? I'm sure it's delicious. Unfortunately, by the time it got put up on the BBC website, the link described it as this: bbc.co.uk foods. That is actually how it appeared on the website. Someone's done that on purpose, haven't they? Apparently it's one of the most popular recipes on there at the moment. Doesn't tell you where to get all the ingredients, though. So, shall we get my next guest out, ladies and gentlemen? He is, and I feel safe in saying this, he is Scotland's second biggest boil. It is Fubo himself. Please welcome Frankie Boyle. The fabulous Frankie Boyle. Great to finally have you on the show.
Thank you. I thought you'd have pushed the boat out a bit more with Puff Daddy being on the show.
Well, it's not Puff Daddy anymore, he's Diddy.
Well, Diddy's sat back there in the green room, and we've got a big bowl of miniature heroes. I'm sat there, what are we bound to, Puff Daddy?
Well, I don't know if you noticed, but we're in the middle of a recession, Frankie Boyle.
And you're setting the tone.
Yeah, I'm holding back on the sweets for the future. Let me just clear something up, though. I mentioned you being Fubo, I said. Frankie Boyle, but you're not related to Susan Boyle, are you?
No, I'm not.
I read Frankie's book. I got it last year for Christmas. It was a brilliant, funny book, but there's some photographs in it which are just as funny. Here's a picture of Frankie as a boy. You tell me if you don't think this could have grown up to be Susan Boyle.
Well, we do have a lot in common. I also look ridiculous dressed as a woman. I find the whole thing of people getting fascinated with talent shows just... Do you not find that depressing? That's what our grandparents used to watch. And
I know,
we were
you know, I quite watch some of them. I don't watch them anymore so much, but I did watch when they first started with the X Factor and all that. I quite liked it, but now I do feel like it is like people are just laughing at people they shouldn't be laughing at in the early stages. You know? Oh, that's the bit you like. I see.
That's it. But the idea of people being judged by Amanda Holden, a woman with a face like haunted Tupperware. Can you watch Andrew Lloyd Webber? He looks like he's had his face carved off by a diseased butcher, put in a piñata, beaten with hockey sticks for 6 hours, and then the resulting slop piped back onto his head like the icing on the ugliest cake the world has ever seen.
Are you on his Christmas card list? I love Andrew Lloyd Webber, though. I find him charming, and I think he's sweet on TV because he's not putting himself forward as a heartthrob.
He would be charming in a fairy story, as someone trying to steal a baby from a princess. On reality? This is reality. That's horror.
OK, well, speaking of fairy stories. You have little children now. How many kids have you got, Frankie? Because you read to them, I guess.
I've got 2 little kids.
2 little... Are they both girls?
No, I've got a girl and a boy, so I have a lot of sleepless nights.
How old are they?
Lying awake wishing I'd finished on their mum's tits. The girl's nearly 6 and the boy's nearly 2.
OK.
Oh, no, the boy's nearly 3, the boy's 2.
OK. Well, they're lovely ages, 6 and 3, that's the lovely age. Until they get up to about 11, 12, 13, I think they're still... well, they're still lovely babies, you know what I mean? And you can go where you want at the weekend. You say, come on, kids, we're going in. They can't say to you, no, we're not. You know, I hope you enjoy that period.
I'm enjoying it, but it's just been on tour as well. So, like, I phoned home the other day and my wee boy was crying, going, I've lost my daddy. I've been on tour for, like, 3 months.
Are you sure the mum didn't tell him who the real father was?
No, I think in many ways it's a good time now to fake my own death and cut him loose forever.
I love the title of Frankie's tour. First of all, the title of his book. I don't know if you... how many people got Frankie's book? Did you read Frankie's book yet? OK, we might... 2 people. We might have said that. But after this, hopefully a lot more. I really laughed. I mean, I really laughed. And I read a lot of kind of books that people I know have written or people who are famous and I'm going to interview them. But it really made me laugh out loud. What was the title? Even the title I love. What was the title of it again?
It's called My Shit Life So Far.
There's an honesty in that.
Yeah.
And then the title of the tour I love as well. The new tour, which is...
There's an honesty in that as well, which is I would happily punch every one of you in the face.
You don't actually feel that way about your fans, do you?
No, if I could, I'd run them all over with a truck.
But you're not...
No, they're all right. They're good crowds, they're good crowds, but ugly. But good.
So you attract an ugly audience, you think?
I think my ugliness attracts an ugly audience.
I don't think you're an ugly man. I didn't say you were an attractive man, but I think you're in that exact middle zone between the two.
But the audience look like Jim Henson's workshop. I feel like putting out a public service announcement at the start of the show saying, in the event of a fire, you will all end up better looking.
You yourself recently looked very differently, I noticed. You had quite a large beard. For a young person in show business, that was an unusual thing. I thought maybe you were acting and you'd taken a role in perhaps Shakespeare or something. It was like a period beard.
No, I thought it made me look like a prophet, but a lot of other people felt it made me look like someone who should be on some kind of register.
Well, I guess with the glasses, it kind of...
Yeah, the glasses together, so anytime you go by a children's playground, all the mums snatch their kids out of the sand pit and start throwing their shoes at you.
Let me ask you about Mock the Week. What happened there? Mock the Week is a big, successful TV show here on BBC, and you know, some very funny people on it, but you were always one of my favourites on it.
Thanks,
one of which, and then you walked. Was that over the flack you got over some of the jokes? Was that why you left?
No, I think there was like, they were definitely getting to the point where they fought to get jokes on every week, and obviously had to fight to get the stuff I said on every week. And it was getting to the stage where they were sort of, you got the feeling losing some of those arguments, and I thought I'd rather go before I'm doing sort of twee material about, wouldn't it be funny if you tickled a badger?
So they were... I've got to laugh, though. But so they were clamping down a little bit on the edgier material, if we use that.
Yeah, they stopped me doing the stand-up and stuff, and I thought, well, that's a good point to sort of leave it at. And then on the last episode that I was supposed to do, I thought I'd had a heart attack. So there was an ambulance on standby for a stunt they were doing on Blue Peter. So I got whisked off to hospital in an ambulance.
So during the show, you thought you'd had a heart attack?
Just before the show started. And they had to get the warm-up guy in to do my bit. I got taken off in an ambulance, and it turned out that I actually had what they described as a torn man boob.
A torn man boob?
Which is quite a tragic thing to hear a senior cardiologist take time out of his day to angrily tell you have. A torn man boob. He didn't even use whatever the proper scientific term is.
He wanted to really humiliate you by referring to your breasts as man boobs. Your chest area.
Yeah.
How do you tear a man boob? How do you do that? What were you doing that you tore your man boob?
I'd been doing push-ups after watching the film Bronson, which is a great film. I decided I would get myself into prison shape. I'd actually
and what you actually did
tits.
was you tore a man tit and were taken off in the Blue Peter ambulance.
Yes.
About as far from being Bronson, the
yeah.
caged beast, as it's possible to be.
It was about as humiliating as it could have possibly been, without being airlifted out on a stretcher while they played the theme tune from MASH. And my face got dragged against the studio window.
So, you walked from Mock the Week.
Yeah.
Are you doing anything else like that? Are you going to do another panel show? Are you going to...
No, I'm doing a show that's sort of stand-up and sketches called Tramadol Nights. I don't know if you know Tramadol.
It's like a lithium type thing, isn't it?
It's like a heavy morphine-based painkiller, which my writing partner took for 2 weeks and lived in his house in his pants, thinking that his ex-wife still lived with him. So we decided that would be a good sort of motto for the show.
Was this a prescribed drug, or had he found it on the street?
I feel he had self-prescribed. I don't know the details, but yeah, he rarely goes through the formal channels.
So, your writing partner,
yeah.
a heavily self-medicated individual with a series of broken relationships behind him,
yeah.
and you have sat down to do, no doubt, a cheery family sketch show.
It's pretty horrendous. Yeah, catch it first time, because it ain't coming back.
I almost hesitate to ask, but I heard there was another title for the series at one stage.
Yeah, it was originally called Deal With This Retards. And for some reason, they just felt... I don't know, maybe advertisers or something would get put off. Deal with this. It sounds very pushy, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, deal with this initially sounds like it could be like, you know, like there'd be a banker involved in Noel Edmonds.
Oh, not him. God, he horrifies me more than Lloyd Webber. His skin. It's like if your balls had a kneecap.
Why, it's exactly like if your balls had a kneecap.
If I wanted to sit around watching people open empty boxes all day, I'd spend Christmas morning at Kerry Katona's house.
Oh, dear. Now, is this true, Frankie? I've heard that you're going to give up stand-up, that you're going to give up stand-up touring. Now, what? Now, this sounds ridiculous, because it's your job is what you do, and also you do it well, and you have a big fan base. I would have thought that you'd want to keep doing it. It's very unusual someone gives up something like that.
It's unusual, but I think it's also that thing of stand-up's a bit unhealthy in a way. Do you know what I mean? You're sort of looking for the love of strangers every night, the approval of strangers, which is very nice. I'm very glad that they come and all that stuff. But you know, I've got friends, I've got a family. I'd like to.
You don't have
go
to. It's not the only reason you're going out in front of them. You're not going love me, love me. You're going out because you can make people laugh, and you have a skewed but very funny way of looking at the world.
Aye, but I'd like to just do it like when I can concentrate on it and do it very well. and then stop before I sort of, you know, that thing when you get past 40 and you start doing routines about your nasal hair. Or I thought I'd just try and do it all well and then go.
So you might come back then, I guess, if you're going to take some time off, or is your intention not to return?
I don't think I would do stand-up again. If the Channel 4 series came back, that's got stand-up in it, so I would do stand-up for that. But other than that, this tour's pretty much the end of it.
You look a bit like, I hope you don't mind me saying this, but you look a bit like your ears have been put on upside down, because the bit at the bottom is quite fat. And
I was actually born with what's called bat ears. Really? So I was born with ears that just came out like this.
Oh, like the big ears?
Like prop. Yeah. Well, that's a thoughtful way of putting it. Yeah. That's a thoughtful way of describing a genetic deformity.
Bat ears sounds like something you would say to someone to upset them. You got bat ears.
That's what it used to be called. But basically, I got the whole sort of ears constructed. But it was basically this surgeon did it on the sly. He literally did it in his spare time.
So he was like a backstreet ear surgeon?
Well, he was a good surgeon, but it was literally like one of my school teachers when I was a wee boy knew him, and he was supposed to do these bits and sort of tuck them in and stuff, but he died. He died before he could finish the ears.
So was there only one ear surgeon in the Gorbals?
There was none. I had to go somewhere else.
So you're half finished?
I'm half finished ears.
Well, well, would you like, if you don't... look, I've done a lot of work with Comic Relief. I'm sure I could get some money out of them to get them finished for you if you want. We could have a whip round right now if you want.
Have Billy Connolly doing an appeal for me. That'd be fantastic. Look at his terrible ears.
This child was having an ear operation and the surgeon died halfway through. I might say this, Frankie, that's World Cup. It's really great to have you on the show finally. I think you're a tremendously gifted comedian.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
And I hope you keep doing it, but if you don't, who cares really? Let's be honest, there's plenty more out there. You know what I'm talking about.
Thanks,
great to have you here. It's Frankie Boyle, ladies and gentlemen. Ask him by name. Frankie Boyle. Please play with me, ladies and gentlemen. You sound like Twilight fans. So have we got my next guest out, ladies and gentlemen? I think so. We've held him back long enough. He's going to be performing for us later on. It's going to be massive, but to whet your appetite, before he comes out here, here's a little bit of him in action. D to the I to the DDY, it's Diddy. Look at this.
Going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. Ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped now, 'cause it's bad boy for life. I need a girl in my Yo, I'm internationally known on the microphone. I got it all, but I really need a wife at home. I don't really like the zone. Never spend the night alone. I got a few you would like the but Jama make your head bop to this, and at the end you gon' rock to this. Now say my name, come on. The D, the I, the D, the D, the Y, the D, the I, the D is Diddy. Hold up, it's Diddy. Come on, that's
will you please welcome the magnificent Diddy?
He was just a walking down the street, singing to what Diddy, Diddy, Dum, Diddy, do. Looks good, looks good, looks fine, looks fine. To what Diddy, Diddy, Dum, Diddy, do.
Great to have you here. How you doing?
Some moves there. How are you, Mr. Diddy?
How you doing?
It's great to have you here.
I love you.
Wow. It's great to have you here. You know, you've become, don't take this the wrong way, but you've become kind of like a brand, haven't you? It's not just the music anymore.
Yeah.
It's
proudly,
the whole package.
I'm proudly a brand, yes.
Yeah, this is a deliberate thing. You set out to conquer the different fields?
No, but it was paying well, so I went with it.
Oh, makes sense. Where do you have your fingers at the moment? What are the different areas in which you're... You know what I meant by that. Where are you... where have you... where are you... What areas of the marketplace have you penetrated recently?
Man, this guy.
Where can we find Diddy? Where is Diddy?
Well, I'm presently penetrating the areas of... I have a new movie
You're in a film, you're in the new movie, which we're talking about now.
Get Him to the Greek.
A funny comedy, and it's got not just the brilliant Jonah Hill in it, but it's got our very own Russell Brand
Russell
in it
Brand,
as well.
yeah.
A very funny film. You're very good in that as well. We've got a great clip to show later on.
Yes, it came out as the #1 comedy in
Wow.
America.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
it was great. And it was great working with those guys. My focus right now is music.
So you're back with the music, you're back with the...
Yeah, my focus is the music. I have a new group.
And the group is called?
Diddy, Dirty Money.
Okay,
and
so
that's
this
the two young ladies in the back.
Well, they're very, very beautiful young women.
Dawn and Kalina. Say hello to Dawn and Kalina.
Hello, Dawn. Diddy, Dirty Money?
Yes.
DDM.
And on the drums tonight, we have Rufus Black, Matt from the Arctic Monkeys.
There's young Matt, ladies and gentlemen. Do you have, is there anyone on the Wheels of Steel this evening, or you're not going that way?
You're on the Wheels of Steel.
Oh, man.
Yes, you are.
I would, I would quite happily throw down a beat behind you.
Is any water? You have water? Yeah, okay, thank you.
Awkward.
Yeah.
Whereabouts in the States are you from, Missy? Is it New York you're from?
From Harlem, New York.
Now, Harlem is the part
New
of
York
town...
in the house?
I'm going to do that again. Just for 10, will you? Is any New York in the house?
New York.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. New York is everywhere.
I've been talking about that for ages. What was Harlem like when you were going up there? Because I've never been to Harlem. I've driven through it, but I don't think I've actually visited, and I'd love to visit.
When I was growing up, it was very soulful. Very black.
Well, and is it still is, or has it become gentrified now? Has it changed the makeup of the place?
It's not as soulful. There's a lot of your relatives live up there now.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's more like a big Benetton advert up there now.
No, it's a lot of your relatives live up there.
Where does your business acumen come from then? Because you studied business for a while, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah. But before that, were you hustling? Did you do anything on the streets that you can talk about comfortably here?
Oh, no. On the streets, I was doing everything legally, you know, but I had just many jobs because the truth of the matter is my father, he was in the streets and he was a street hustler, and so that's why he was killed when I was younger. So I think my mother worked 4 jobs and I worked, you know, so many jobs because we just didn't want to follow in those footsteps.
So you were conscious even as a kid that you didn't want to go that way?
Yeah, I didn't want to go there.
How did you get involved in business then of music? How did that happen to you? That must be something you went for. You strove to be involved.
Yeah, I was playing American football in high school, and then like my last year of high school, I broke my leg, and so you know that career was gone, and I had to figure out how to what I was going to do next, and I was just in love with music, and music was my way to just like getting over being depressed that I wasn't going to be a football player, and throughout time I was in the clubs, and then I figured out, that I wanted to probably pursue this as a profession. This was when hip hop was really just starting to get fairly big, and I went and I started doing an internship, and a couple of years later I was vice president, and
Now, how do you do that? How does someone go from being an intern, which is kind of like the guy who goes to get the coffee and lets people in and make sure, and then a few years later you're the vice president?
The opportunity presented itself. Opportunity was knocking at my door, and I just really took advantage of the opportunity. And one day I was working with one of the up-and-coming acts. Her name is Mary J. Blige.
Wow.
And and that's when I. Woo!
Yeah, you got to. Well, we had Mary J. Blige on the show, and
yes.
She's got a fabulous voice and also a marvelous bottom.
Oh man, you crazy. So you married?
Maybe, I'm not sure anymore. I'll let you know at the weekend. Yes, I'm a married man.
Yeah, I'm just, I'm proud of you, man.
Look, you can still look.
You can still look. Okay, I got you.
But you're not married anymore, are you?
No, I've never been married.
Never been married, but you've had a few relationships. I imagine.
Yes.
Quite a few, in fact.
Yeah, I mean, just a couple.
How many kids you got, Diddy?
I have 6 kids.
Wow, 6 kids. 6 kids. From how many different relationships is that?
3 relationships.
3 relationships. Okay. And do they all get on with each other? They all love each other. They live together, or are they with the separate places? What's going on?
Yeah, no, they don't live together. No.
I don't know why I'm asking this. You look like you're going to punch me.
No. It's a cool question. I mean, it just, I just, opportunity wasn't really knocking at my door for marriage. And
What does that mean? That doesn't mean anything. Opportunity wasn't knocking on my door for marriage.
I was. Hey, my circumstances is different than yours. We all have different circumstances.
We know that. You just got to look at us. You're sitting there. You're worth 400 million and you're like the coolest bloke on the planet. I'm fat and sweating, just about to be sacked. Yes, we know your opportunities are different.
I don't condone like having children out of wedlock, but that, that was just my circumstance, and I'm a proud father that I take care of my children.
Well, you're still involved in their lives.
Yeah, I'm still involved in that. I'm involved in their lives, and I also help take care of the mother of my children, and we're cool. And when that day comes that I'm ready to get married, I'll get married.
Are you thinking of having any more children, or for the time being at least you're going to be a little more cautious?
Yeah, I'm not. I'm gonna be cautious. And I'm not going to have any more kids until I get married.
But it must be lovely to be Diddy, I imagine. I mean, it must be nice to be a young man to still be single in your position.
I mean, it's great, I mean, I've slowed down a lot, so it's not like I'm really taking advantage of that,
Does anyone believe that?
I'm just having a good time,
well,
man.
I'm sure you are.
I'm
sure you are. OK, let me deal with the question of your name, sir.
Yes.
Diddy is the correct way to address you right now. I guess Sean Combs always works, doesn't it?
Yes.
OK. It was Puff Daddy initially. That was your first kind of performance name. Then it became Did it become Puff Diddy?
No.
Talk us through the story. It was Puff Daddy.
No, it was Puffy, then it was Puff Daddy.
So Puffy, then
Puff
it was
Daddy.
Diddy. Then Diddy. Then P. Diddy.
No, then it was P. Diddy. I'm even confused.
Even you can't keep up, then.
Even now I'm confused.
How do you expect us to know?
But one thing they wanted me to make sure I said, because it was confusing on iTunes, and when you go to iTunes, you have to look up Diddy Dirty Money, because I have so many names.
So Diddy Dirty Money for the latest incarnation?
Yes, for the latest incarnation of the group.
Now, you weren't aware, Diddy was not aware that over here, and I spoke to him before the show, about Ken Dodd and the Diddy Men. And you had no idea about this, did you? You had no... There's a picture, look. That is... When I first heard the name Diddy, I think, why is he... That's Ken Dodd with his Diddy Men. Now, if you'd have known that, would you have gone the Diddy route if you'd have known that was
So what you trying to say?
I'm just saying, that's there. Could you work with the Diddy Men, do you think?
They definitely look like,
They look like they're having fun.
Yeah, some guys I would hang out with.
Yeah. Well, I'll be honest with you, I think MC Hammer stole the look from them. That's where he got that from. I used to like MC Hammer. OK, let me ask you about acting. Let me ask you about the movie. There's so many things to talk to you about. But you're serious about this, and I know you're the sort of person, when you enter something, you go for it properly, don't you? Yeah. Because you've studied the acting now, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
You've performed on stage in
Broadway.
America?
I've performed
on Broadway.
Yeah.
This is not someone... You're not someone who's cashing in on your celebrity there and hoping to transfer it there, are you? You're actually approaching this very seriously.
Yes. I was in Monsters Ball with Halle Berry.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you in that. You were great in that, and that was what a powerful... No, it's good that I forgot you in it, because it means I didn't say... Oh, well, there's Diddy doing an acting. You were the character. Yeah. That's what I mean about that.
I mean, I was just starting out, I mean, I could have did better, but I was just starting out, and I was in a film called Made, and then I went to Broadway and did Raisin in the Sun, and then now I just did Get Him to the Greek. And Get Him to the Greek had to be the first movie when I finally had a breakthrough and I finally started to feel comfortable. And I've been studying for years, and it's just been something that, as any young actor, or aspiring actor, I would say, you just wait for that day when you just have that breakthrough. And I had it on this movie.
But what's interesting, and I'm imagining this is deliberate, you haven't gone the route of playing I mean, I know the guy was in jail in Monster Ball and he had a past, but you saw him in a more interesting juncture in his life.
Yes.
But you haven't gone the route of playing an action guy. You haven't played a kind of street hustler down on the street,
Yes.
You haven't, and that's no disrespect to people who play that, but I imagine they're the parts you would have got offered more immediately.
Yeah. I mean, I got offered a lot of the cliche roles, and I just wanted to do some things that were different. I wanted to go more the independent route. And just really take my time,
That's a smart move.
Yeah.
Here he is in Get Him to the Greek. It's a very funny movie. Look at this.
Please, people, help me help you. Y'all need to come up with some brilliant ideas right now. Who's first?
I just discovered the next Alicia Keys. I swear to God above, I can vouch for her.
The next Alicia Keys?
Yeah.
What was your last discovery?
Chocolate Daddy.
I couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
Chocolate Daddy?
Yeah, Chocolate Daddy. He discovered Chocolate Daddy. How much did Chocolate Daddy sell?
15,000 units.
15,000 units.
Proud of every unit. I'm proud of those units. This girl.
Don't talk.
She got a.
15,000 units! You made me vouch for Chocolate Daddy 15,000 units. I got 6 kids. You know how much money that is to put them through school? You know how many Air Jordan 6 black kids wear?
It's very funny film. It's really good fun. You had a good time making that, I imagine?
Yeah, I had a great time. Russell Brand was great. Jonah Hill, Judd Apatow, you know.
The way they make those movies, am I right in thinking that obviously there's a script and a storyline, but they improvise quite a lot as well?
Yeah. I would say like maybe like 85-90% of my role was improvised.
Wow, and it's very funny stuff. So congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And it's been a hit in the States already. Number one movie.
Yeah, it's been a hit.
So you're going to make more with those guys, or are you going to do something?
I mean,
different?
I would love to if they call me and ask me to be in one.
Well, I'm sure they will.
Yeah, I hope so.
Okay, I'm going to show you a picture now, and this is speaks of the Diddy lifestyle. Okay, and I think it is probably the greatest photograph of a celebrity enjoying his life that I've ever seen, and I've studied all the greats. So this is my favourite picture. I think I want you to enjoy this as well. You probably enjoyed it at the time, but I want you to enjoy it again. This is Diddy on I think you're in the south of France on a jet ski. Have a look at this. Now that's the most fabulous sight you could see.
I'm a funny guy.
I'm assuming the robe was from the hotel.
No, that's from my personal collection.
You have your... That's from the Sean Combs collection?
Yes, the robes.
Is it Sean John, the collection?
Sean John, yes, Sean John.
I went to your store in New York. They didn't want to serve me there.
They did?
They didn't have anything with an elasticated waist. You've got to look into that. It's a whole market you're missing out on. Comfy TV pants.
Yeah.
You can have that idea. So what were you thinking there? You knew that you were going to be photographed, or you were just fooling around?
No, I mean, I was... Oh, man, you're going to give me a show. I mean, I was up from the night before, and I just felt like...
I love that. Don't you love that? He was up from the night before.
And I just
he was
felt
drunk
like...
in charge of a jet ski.
That is not what I'm saying.
You're driving around looking for more booze. That's what he's doing.
No, to be honest, I just got finished having sex.
Oh. We're so alike, you're right. We're so alike. We have so many similar stories. What a lifestyle, and congratulations on it. Is it as glamorous as people think, or how much is it genuinely how you live, and how much is it when you know that there's an event or a launch? Because that looks... I'll be honest with you, apart from the grey-haired bloke at the back, it looks like you've got Sven, Johan Eriksson on the boat with you, but apart from that looks
No, those are my friends from London. That's Nelly Hooper, and that's Lucas White.
Oh, that's Nelly Hooper, the producer?
Yeah.
OK. And the ladies?
They're...
I can't remember. You can't remember the ladies.
That picture was taken a long time ago, man.
I'm sure there's been a lot of ladies on a lot of boats since then.
No, it's not all like that. Like, I work hard and I play hard. You know, I'm known for working like 20 hours a day.
Wow.
And then, you know, I take like 2 weeks off the whole year. And so that's 2 weeks of photos.
Yeah, but that 2 weeks, is worth about 7 years. Diddy, though, before you go, one thing. You know our band here, our house band, who did a marvellous bit of Rihanna early on. They're known as the Four Puffs and a Piano.
Yeah.
Oh, for real? I was thinking,
I want to thank y'all for wearing the T-shirts.
Yeah.
Thank you, appreciate it, guys.
They're representing.
Yes.
But I thought if you were like Puff Daddy, then we could have had you with the band right here, you see. This is a photograph we have of you with the band. There it is, look. You know, if you want to go cabaret, you know they've got your back.
I'm already in a group. I mean, no, I love you guys, but...
Diddy, when are you going to bring a new album out? When's the Diddy Dirty Money album?
We have a new album out coming September 20th, and we also have the single, Hello, Good Morning.
That's what you're going to do now?
We're about to perform now, which hits iTunes the 21st of June.
I love seeing you do it on the stage.
You're going to party with me!
Diddy, are you going to be touring over here? You're going to be doing... I don't think you have anything lined up
I'm performing at your house.
Show house.
Your house.
Oh, my house.
Or, you see, you know, I'm sorry, that was my Harlem Southern accent. That was
Show
your
house.
house.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, your house.
You can perform
Performing
at my
at
house,
your house.
But you know, really, seriously, 12 o'clock, that's it. You know. Look, you're still a young man. You don't know what it's like. I get about 12:30, my eyes get itchy. You ever get itchy eyes?
No. I mean, they burn a little bit, but never.
This is the first time you've been asked whether you have itchy eyes? Or...
I mean, it's the first time I've been asked a lot of questions.
Well, you are more than up to the job. Hey, how great to have you here.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
I've had a great time here, and I can't wait to see you perform live. Diddy, ladies and gentlemen. Awesome, thank you. Diddy! Off he goes to perform. D to the I to the D-D-Y. Okay. Diddy's going to perform for us now. It just gives me time to thank all my guests tonight, the fabulous Frankie Boyle, the wonderful Katherine Heigl, and, of course, Diddy himself. Next week on the show, my guests will be singing and chatting, and this is exciting. We have the legendary, the Reverend Al Green will be here. He's going to be right here talking, and he'll be singing for me. Rising star actor Tom Hardy, and from the hit show Glee, we've got Chris, Matthew, and Amber. And then we have more music as well. Yeah, I'm excited. And we have more music as well from the Scissor Sisters. That's going to be a... So I might just stay home and watch it. But now, performing Hello, Good Morning, here he is. Will you welcome Diddy Dirty Money, ladies and gentlemen?
Morning. Let's go. Hello. Come on. Good morning. Hello. Good morning. Know you've been waiting for it. 'Cause I seen you watching. So let's go. Let's get it poppin'. Come on, put your hands in the air with you side to side. Let's go. Got your boyfriend feeling like a groupie. You know. Still like this, looking like a movie. You know. And everybody know who the truth be. You know. I know 'cause I'm going on that movie. You know. Hello. Good morning. Let's go. Hello. Come on. Good morning. Hello. Good evening. You blow. You fiending. 'Cause you know that you really need it. And I'm the one that you wanna be with. But right now, baby, you're dreaming. Wake up and turn the lights on. Got your boyfriend feeling like a groupie. You know. Still like with something like a movie. You know. And everybody know who the truth be. You know. I know 'cause I'm going on that movie. You know. Hello. Let's go. Good morning. Let's go. Hello. Let's go. Good morning. Let's go. Hello. UK, if you're at home right now, I want you to turn out the lights and take your clothes off. Check this out. Rock with us now. Bad boys. Let's work. Come on, let's work. Don't stop. Let's rock. Let's work. It's that dirty money. How fly is he? Your baby mama cry for me like Jodeci. Let's go. So how you not notice me? Pulling up to the club in the coldest V. Literally cold. Little did he know how that boy Diddy flow. How that boy Diddy go so hard like a crowbar, still getting dough. Somebody, anybody, make some noise. Nothing can save you. It's that dirty money. Got your boyfriend feeling like a groupie. You know. Still like this, looking like a movie. You know. And everybody know who the truth is. I know 'cause I'm going on that movie. Hello. Good morning. Let's go, let's go. Hello, come on. Good morning. Hello. I can hear you. Hello. Hello.
Live from Ellis Park, Johannesburg, Diego Maradona's Argentina take on Nigeria in Group B tomorrow. Coverage starts from 2:30 on BBC One and the BBC HD channel.
The best bit of news you have all week. Ding dong.
It's hilarious. As if football fans care. All they do is sing. That's all football fans do. They're like an Asbo choir.
Mock the Week is back. Thursday at 10 on BBC Two.
What is he doing up there? You put the advert up yet?
Yeah, did it today. Otherwise you have to settle for me.
You have to settle for me first.
Yeah, I love you.
Well, that's good, because I'm your new lodger.
Doctor Who, Saturday at 6:45 on BBC One and catch up on BBC iPlayer.